Problem, let's understand the information that's given to us. We were given that the slope of line L is 1/4, so the slope equals 1/4, and it also tells me that it passes through these 2 points. So if I were to draw a pseudo line, let's say the line was something like this, what that's saying is that you have these 2 points somewhere on this line. Let's say there's a point there, and then there's a point there, and they're just saying, giving you that these 2 points are there. And the question is asking what the value of y will be. So the formula you want to use over here is this one: y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals slope. Because think about what slope is. Isn't slope rise over run? And the y2 minus y1 is just a change in y, which is just a change in the rise. And over here, this is just your run. So rise over run, and x2 minus x1 will just tell you the change in the run. So let's plug these points in. Let's call this x1. Let's call this y1. Let's call this x2, and let's call this y2. It doesn't matter if I call this x1, y1, this x2, y2, that doesn't matter. And I know that the slope is 1/4, right? So let's just go ahead and plug these numbers back into the formula. So y2 is 2 minus y1, which is 3, okay, over x2 minus x1 equals 1/4. And now in order to solve for this y, we can cross multiply. So multiply this 4 by that number, and multiply 6 minus y by that number. So 2 minus 3 is -1, so it'll be 4 times -1, which will be -4. And 6 minus y times 1 is just 6 minus y. Now next thing I'll do is subtract 6 from here, subtract 6 from here. So I'll get -10 equals -y, and then y will equal 10 because I'm going to divide both sides by -1. So y equals 10. This one formula over here, I think it's a relatively important formula, so I think you should write it down. Definitely try to memorize it. The slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.